You know, look, man, straight up. You read the title, you look at the thumbnail, and obviously you clicked the video because you're here watching this video right now, right? So, besides my man, hey, I made MJ, okay? I made MJ, and with the arcade style of 2K kind of being back, those kind of stage lineups, with those locks, the bigs and the guards coming back. So I wanted to make a lock, right? Because who doesn't want to play lock? Who doesn't want to be a factor? You want to be a factor on defense, right? I got you. This build not only are you going to be a factor on defense, but you're also going to be a factor on offense. You can run the offense. Be the main scorer. You can stop the score. Stop smiling, bro. What are you doing? Like, I'm just happy-go-lucky as hell. But yeah, basically, I want to make like an ISO lock that can not only shoot but get contacts, dribble, and obviously play defense. That's the lock part of the build. But it's like an ISO lock, and I feel like not only did I capture MJ's playstyle with this build, but I also did what I wanted to do, which was make an ISO lock, like I said. Without further ado, I'll show you how I made the build, along with my cap breakers, my +1s and +2s, and things like that. Before we get on to that, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get straight into it. All right, man. So here we are in the builder. See the name Michael Jordan. But, and this doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure he was right-handed, but doesn't matter because you can change the vitals anyways. Obviously, you're gonna go with 23, unless you want to go with 45. Which I mean, you could, if you know. But I went with 23, man. You can go. You can be 6'6", or I'm pretty sure I'm 6, but you can be you can be go point guard, shooting guard, or small forward. I went with shooting guard just because that's what he played. He played the two, so. But honestly, I get pushed to the 3 pretty often on this build, so. But I did go with 6'5", and I'm gonna show you guys why. The reason I went 6'5" instead of 6'6" is because, look at this. You go 6'6", not only does that mid-range drop, but that speed drops. So does that speed with ball. You don't really gain much, but you do lose. You lose a good amount. I'm not gonna lie. You do lose a good amount. That strength does go up, but for the sake of what I want the build to be, straight up I went 6'5", maxed out the wingspan, so 6'11" wingspan and 212. Just because I still want to be strong enough, but I also wanted I needed the body type to look realistic enough, So I just have to go 212. I feel like it's the it's the sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? So the close shot went up to a 79 because other stuff that I ended up doing on the build. I went with an 85 driving layup just because I wanted his 6. I wanted to be able to lay the ball up, but I'm going like 88 for that float game. But me personally, I definitely went with that 85. All right, to be honest, because I want to be able to lay the ball up. And I went with a 93 driving dunk because it's MJ, so the 87 driving dunk wasn't gonna cut it, and I'll show you guys why here in a minute. And the 7 dunk went to a 38 because of other things. I went with 84 post control because, let me show you guys why. I maxed that mid-range out. I definitely did max that mid-range out. You see? You get post fade phenom with 90 mid-range and 84 post control. So it's like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Not to mention with your mid-range shot this high, you do get gold set shot, silver dead eye, and silver shift. And that gold set shot, it really makes up for this 75 3 ball. Okay, don't get mad at me, but I say it a lot. And there's actually a good amount of gameplay this year on the builds that I make on my channel. So I'm not just talking. A lot of YouTubers just post builds without knowing what they're talking about, just make it sound good. They post just to post, but I can't contribute to that. You know what I'm saying? It's a dilemma. So 70 free throw. It's not the highest. MJ was a great free throw shooter, but it's not the highest free throw. It does help her get the job done. It's time your free throw, you'll be alright. Honestly, that's all I really have to say about it. You can go like a 79 post control, but I feel like that takes away like the appeal to the build of being MJ. That Hall of Fame post fade. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. And I'll show you guys my cap breakers after. But I went with a 70 pass stack. That's the minimum, honestly. That's the minimum, honestly. You can go 71 for that diamond, but me, I went with a 7. And then originally I did go with an 86 ball handle just because it seemed really fun, but I ended up dropping into an 81 after messing with the builder a little bit because I still get handles for days. I still get ankle assassin. And I ended up getting strong handle as well, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just because, I mean, and then, because you don't have to break ankles, you just have to get past people because you're MJ, you know? You're sure going to break ankles, though. You know what you're doing, and even bronze ankle assassin really works really well. And I ended up going with that 75 speed of ball because I want that silver lining launch and you still get all the MJ6. So we're gonna start off with the perimeter for the defense because it's MJ. So for me, it's a part of the appeal, honestly. But I went with a 92 perimeter. Hear me out though. I did put 5 cap breakers, so I have a 97 perimeter. As you can see, I get Hall of Fame challenger. And then if you want it, you can go ahead and go to 94 because the build does go to a 98. But if all you can get is Hall of Fame challenger anyways, I went with the 92 and just put cap breakers on it. Like I always say, these are just templates. The builds I make are just use these as templates. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's something you like about the build and there's something you don't like about the build, then use it as a template. But if you like the build, then copy it. You know what I'm saying? Attribute for attribute. And I'm with 79 still. Because steals really aren't that good in this game. But I don't want the minimum still. I want to be able to, I'm saying, get in them lanes, which I do all the time. You see the gameplay. Like, I have gameplay on my channel. Everything I'm saying in this video has proof. I did go with a 68 block. And I still get blocks on this build, especially because I'm quick and I can jump. So, vertical plays a huge part in blocks in this game. But I went a 68 block to get that brown type line in because I got to get a block. I'm MJ. And I went with the 55 interior, I believe. I went a 55 interior because I'm going to end up, I'm probably going to end up cap break. No, not even. Actually, because I'm only 6'6", so that's why I went with this 55 interior. I'm only 6'5". My bad, I'm only 6'5". But like I said, you can go 6'6" if you want it, but 6'5" just for what I want the build to be is way better. But besides the point. So for that rebound, I went 70 offensive rebound with a 60 defensive rebound because I need stats to put in other places, but I want to be able to grab rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Went with an 85 agility and 85 speed. And I know locks usually have that 92, but with cap breakers, you'll be all right. And on top of that, you know, takeover and stuff like that. And honestly, speaking from experience, the 85 is like the minimum. You'll be just fine if you play good defense with an 85. I guard ball like all day. I play lock all the time on this build. So, and then I did go with a 73 strength because I want to go strong count. You know what I'm saying? You get movable enforcer, brick wall, physical finisher on silver, and strong handle on gold. I'm mostly going 73 strength because I want a strong handle on gold. I'm MJ. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to muscle them off me. And then like the clothesline me in the paint and stuff. So, and then the last part, I did go with an 80 vertical because I want to go posterizer. I want to be able to get blocks. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is a pretty all around build, which is what MJ was. You do everything. You could even drop that post control if you wanted and put it on whatever, honestly. But me, I'm going with an 84. And then let me show you guys why I kept stressing the 80 vertical. And I like this right here. I like this, what they implemented this year. This helps a lot, honestly. Not only do you get the pro context, off 2, you also end up getting them off 1. And you also get you get both alley-oop contacts, actually. Not only that, but you know, you also get you gotta get all of Michael Jordan's moves, you know? Let me just go ahead and show you guys. You get everything he has in the game. Besides his motion style, I was leaving you 86 agility, but that doesn't matter. You get his jump shot, even though I have a custom jump shot on. It's really money, I ain't gonna lie, but you get his jump shot, his free throw, his dribble pull up, his spin jumper, top jumper, his layup style, post fade. You don't get his motion style, like I said. You can just cap break it if you want to, or move whatever around, honestly. But like I said, this is a template. I'm gonna keep stressing it every time in all my videos. The builds I make are templates. I just feel like it's the most accurate way to make their build, but always tweak it to your playstyle. You know, you get his dunk, his setup, his breakdown combo, his crossover, triple dash style, PLAYMAKERS post score. The strengths are an elite finisher above the rim, talents players defensively, major range game always shows up, controls speed in every movement. Top attributes driving dunk, perimeter defense, and mid range. You know what I'm saying? It's all good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? The weakness, ineffective floor spacer, but that's honestly that's false. Bro, that's false, okay? I'm gonna show you guys how I apply my cap breaker, my plus ones and plus twos. And these are my cap breakers. I believe I had like 6 or 7 before. 5. Yeah, I only put 6 in, but I do have 7 now. And honestly, you put it into whatever you wanted to. Like, even though the build is great without cap breakers, don't get me wrong, it is. The build is great without cap breakers. You put it into whatever. But what I did with my 6 that I had, even though like I said, I'm gonna always tell you guys, I try to make builds that are non-reliant on cap breakers as possible. I try to make you need cap breakers as like the least amount as possible, right? Because everybody doesn't have cap breakers. Everybody doesn't have time to get them. Everybody doesn't have time to grab for them. So if I make a bit that's good without cap breakers, it's going to be great with cap breakers. So you know, I went with a 97 perimeter because I'm MJ, and since I want to be an ISO lock, I had to go with the 97. I had to. And I put 1 in post control because I wanted Hall of Fame post up poet because I'm MJ. You know what I'm saying? I have to. Tell me right. Tell me right. But you can put your cap breakers wherever. I might put it into my agility so I can get that that MJ motion style. You Kobe and MJ. And you know what I'm saying? If you want, you can go ahead and switch between Kobe and MJ on this build. Be whoever you want, but I feel like it's a little more catered to just a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys my plus ones and plus twos. These are my plus ones and plus twos. You can really put them on whatever, honestly, but for what I did personally, I put gold Deadeye. So for my clutch team, I put Deadeye, which put it to gold in the clutch. And I put my plus 5 phenom, which puts the legend in the clutch, because I'm MJ, you know what I'm saying? So I try to make it as accurate as possible. My max plus 1, I did put Challenger on, because I already have all of him Challenger, because my 97 perimeter. You know, I already get that, right? And then I ended up doing layup mixmaster as well. But like, I'm gonna keep stressing. You can put on whatever. All right. My max plus 2. I did go interceptor, and I put a move before first round goal. I ended up putting Big Dodger on legend with my max plus 1 because I already get a Hall of Fame. My half-line denier, which is on bronze. I put it on silver. And with these badges and that 97 perimeter with the 85 agility and speed, okay, I speak from experience when I tell you I'm able to keep up with those small guards that left, right behind screens and tempo shoot those fades, and you know what I'm saying? I can keep up with them with this build. If you have stick, the build's gonna get the contest for you. You just gotta stay in front of them. Let me say it again. MJ is going to get the contest for you. You just have to stay in front of them and know when to jump, because the defense this year is really unforgiving. That's why I have to go overkill on this build. I have to go overkill for the defense on this build. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to get straight to the point of this video. You know, for my build specialization. Honestly, I should have done defense, but I ended up going shooting. Just because I probably am gonna end up, you know, putting that post fade phenom on the legend with my max plus 1s and plus 2s, and probably my shifty on Hall of Fame or something. With my build specialization plus 1s and plus 2s, but with those cap breakers, I'm probably gonna put them on my speed or something. Who knows? We'll see. But I did go shooting, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really guarded MJ shot, so I feel like it was right. I could have went finishing, I could have went defense, but I already have a build with defensive specialization, and I felt like it was only right to make a build with shooting specialization. And you can do everything at a high level already, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Why not do shooting? Because it makes sense for MJ, like and everything else. But that being said, my MJ build. Stop smiling, bro. What are you doing? Like, stressing it, and I'm gonna say one last time. This is just a template. This is just a template. I make these builds so as like a base for the NBA player, because I feel like this is the most accurate you can get it. And the way I made it without cap breakers and all that other stuff. But like I said, I'm always gonna tell you guys to tweak the build to your playstyle if you feel like this isn't right for you. I still do everything on the build at a high level though. You can still shoot threes. I ISO 100 for threes with a 75 3 ball. With that goat set shot, I even fade threes. Like, yeah, but hey man, without further ado, getting back to feed the streets with the MJ build. Regular. See you on the next one. Whatever that is. Yeah, we're going.